night, and that is Jerry versus Ermes going down in July. I want to get both of your guys' opinion on who do you think is going to be the winner, and yeah, let's start off with you, Lachlan, on this one.
Yeah, look, I love Jerry. I got a lot of time for Jerry. Amazing arm wrestler, and the endurance. Like if he, gets into his spot and he doesn't get his thumb rotated over by Ermes, if Ermes can climb without walking out of the strap like Georgie did, I think there's a spot there where both athletes could potentially win, and I think it's a fantastic match. Stylistically, Jerry is just so difficult to deal with, and especially if you're kind of back on your bicep and you're relying, on your bicep to try and get yourself out of his posture. I think you're in trouble. You have to get him out of his shoulder before he can jam up and get it in. And Ermes, look, at 80 kilos, he certainly has the propensity to be fast enough, but we haven't seen that speed since he's been 130 kilos, have we? He's almost always got onto the B side of the table, pulled over, or pulled over enough to get that press in. But I haven't seen him flash pin. Didn't flash pin Gennady, didn't flash pin Dave, although he was getting the hit on Dave, but it was still center table. So can Ermes be quick enough to get Jerry out of his shoulder? I think that's the deciding factor.
I really like Jerry. When I met Jerry, East West West, got along really well with him. Yeah. And he gave it to me heaps because I picked Gennady to win. And he rubbed it in so much. And I was like, I won't do it again, Jerry. I promise you. I won't underestimate you again. But you know what? I think Ermes belts him. I think Ermes beats him comfortably. And so I'm sitting there thinking this, I'm like, oh, Jerry's going to kill me. But I worry for Jerry in that match because I think the integrity of Ermes' back pressure and wrist combined is too strong.
It's immense.
It's a very strong connection there. And I think Jerry will get his thumb rotated and if we go the perfect plan to defeat Jerry is the way Travis did in 2015 with high knuckles and just superior back pressure to keep the height and then just pressing down on Jerry outside of his wrist. And Jerry has no ability to jam up. Jerry needs to get you on your bicep. So if Ermes just stayed at center and did that, I think it's 3-0 over. Good night. It took about 30 seconds to happen.
Well, guys, I encourage you to take a look at my YouTube coming out on Monday. I did an interview just with Ermes, and it definitely got heated on there. I actually put out one of the shorts today, and I asked Ermes if he had a message for Jerry, and his exact words, "I'm going to broke him." It sounded like the Russian out of Rocky and all that. And, I know once Jerry heard that today, I know he wants to get on interview and, he's got a few things to say back.
I think my favorite video between Ermes and Jerry is whose channel was it on? There's a video footage out there of Ermes trying to pronounce of Jerry trying to pronounce Ermes and Ermes trying to pronounce Cadorette, and they're back and forth with each other. It's hilarious. Go and find it. It's well worth it.
It's a good morning when I wake up to voice messages from Ermes because he doesn't type anything to me. He's always voice messaging after we've arm wrestled or he's seen something. And he's definitely an animated person. It's always my friend. And like now he holds it for ages and it'll be 10 seconds of him, my friend. He's a funny dude. But that's a mega match. That's a mega match all day. Yeah.
I actually think Jerry would do delusional Ryan Bell moment. I think Jerry would do better against Levan than against Ermes. Is my gut feel.
Yeah, it's possible. John Brzezinski also said the same thing, that Jerry has a much better shot against Levan than Ermes.
Yeah.
Because Levan is not going to do this, like when he stops him, like post backwards, gain height, climb over the fingers, and then get behind the shoulder and press. Levan does not do that. And Georgi also didn't do that. I think if we look at both of the matches that that Jerry had at East versus West, I think if we combine those two, Ermes should be the clear favorite in this match because Gennady was able to like top roll Jerry twice, once without the straps and once even inside the straps. So if I don't think of a person in this world that Gennady can top roll, but Ermes can't. And same thing with Georgi. I know Jerry wasn't in the best shape against Georgi, but he pinned him twice without transitioning to the press, like with just a pure top roll. And there could be two reasons that Georgi, he was like climbing completely over the top of Jerry's fingers. He was like this, and everyone was saying, man, just stand up, you don't even have to press. If you can just stand up from from that position, the match is already over. But he couldn't. There can be two reasons for that. His pec was all like black and blue next day, so he tore something in his pec. That can be one reason why he couldn't transition to an inside move. And the second reason could be he was just too fat. He cannot stand up from this position. Like there was way too much weight hanging on. It's a possibility. I don't know. I don't weigh like 170 kilos, but it wasn't possible for Levan as well. He weighs 190. Like if a 190 kilo guy is in this offensive top roll position, is it even possible for him to stand up? I don't think so.
Yeah,
They're thinking, I'm stuck.
Stand up from there and not give yourself, or not be exposed. You have to very creatively add some lat drag and try to transition up. So it's not easy when you've got constant side pressure from someone there. You can get stuck in there. And I agree. Ermes very tight, very proficient. I don't think he's going to make those errors where I can see Levan making those errors and being exposed against Jerry.